Hi, it's John and welcome to the channel. Tuesday, October the 7th, my second video today. Hope you're having a great day today. I still have my big blue mug of coffee and I want to weigh in on the Alberta teacher strike. I haven't talked about this and I think I have a different perspective on this. When these kind of things happen, I immediately think that public servants should not be allowed in unions. And I don't care who it is, whether it's federal employees, provincial employees, or teachers, they should not be allowed in unions. And I'm going to run through a number of reasons, and I got a bunch of them in just a moment, why they should not be allowed in unions. Now, as far as this teacher strike goes, I really don't give a damn. I don't have any kids. I feel for you if your kids are out of school right now. I do. And I have some sympathy for you. My next door neighbors, their kids are out in the backyard yesterday playing. They're not in school. I've been on some comment sections in local newspapers encouraging Danielle Smith to hold on, to keep the teachers in detention for as long as she can. I mean, a lot of teachers live paycheck to paycheck as well. And pretty soon the kiddies are going to be screaming for their PS5s for Christmas, and the money's not coming in right now. I think the teachers will eventually cave. So let's look at an article that got me thinking about this today. This is from the National Post. Carson Jerema. I'm going to read a little bit. I'll put a link in the description. You can read the whole thing. It's a good article. Carson Jerema abolished the teachers' unions. Alberta strike canceling classes across the province shows unions have far too much power. Okay, so a little bit from this article. As much as teachers' unions like to claim their members are essential to society, the Alberta teachers' strike that canceled classes for 740,000 students on Monday shows that the exercise of raw political power matters more to them than educating students. How else do you explain the rejection of a deal that included a 12% raise and the hiring of 3,000 more teachers? When teachers go on strike, parents and students are disproportionately punished as there are few other places to send children for school, especially in the middle of the year. While there are more options in Alberta, which permits charter schools and funds private schools at a higher rate than other provinces, it is not nearly enough to challenge the public school monopoly, which in practice is little more than a teachers' union racket. Alberta Teachers Association President Jason Schilling hinted at what was going on when he said that the proposed agreement failed to meet the needs of teachers, that it failed to improve student classroom conditions, and failed to respect teachers. As everyone knows, respect is just union speak for more money. The government's last proposal would raise salaries for the average teacher to $114,000 after 10 years, up from about $101,000 in the previous agreement. Whether one finds that generous or miserly is beside the point, though I find it generous. I do as well. The fact that the Teachers Association can shut down every public school in the province accounting for 90% of students is untenable. Also untenable is the fact that the Teachers Association is clearly motivated by politics. The ATIA has clashed with Premier Danielle Smith's United Conservative Party government on curriculum, the presence of books that depict graphic S in school libraries, and whether schools should be mandated to tell parents if their children change their names or pronouns. It is the government, not the ATA, that has a mandate to set education policy and funding priorities. The fact that the teachers' union is not merely interested in advocating for its members' wages and working conditions, but in changing all manner of public policy is poisonous. This is typical of unions, but in the public sector especially, they should be politically neutral. It is difficult not to come to the conclusion that the ATA's opposition to a deal with the province is driven by its disdain for the party in power. So what can the government do to prevent this rank educational hostage-taking from happening in the future? Most simply, it could pass legislation outlawing strikes in the public sector, including in education. I think they should outlaw unions in the public sector altogether. Going to happen? Not a chance, but here are my reasons why. Number one, we pay their wages. The public pays their wages. Some of the teachers' wages go to union dues. Those dues are used by the union to support left-wing political parties. I don't want to support left-wing political parties directly or indirectly. Number two, unions use children as pawns to extort more money from the government. The money comes from me. I don't want anything to do with this. Number three, unions, for the most part, support left-wing parties. They can threaten those parties with pulling their support if they don't get what they want. It's another form of extortion. Number 4, when left-wing parties are in power, they can give more of my money to unions to buy votes. Number 5, if someone is a union member and happens to be a conservative, why should they have to support left-wing causes they disagree with by paying union dues? And number 6, unions openly support political parties that I disagree with. All of these are reasons why I don't think public employees should be in unions. Now, for those of you saying, John, unions cannot use money to support political parties. Folks, it happens all the time. The other day, they had a get-together in front of the Alberta legislature where a bunch of people showed up with signs screaming at Danielle Smith to make a deal with the teachers union. Money goes into things like that, and teachers unions funnel money through third-party groups all the time during election campaigns. So don't say it doesn't happen. As far as I'm concerned, Danielle Smith needs to hold out. I think eventually that the union will cave and give in to more of her demands. So that's the way I see it. Tell me what you think. If you like the video, give me a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell for notifications, and I'll see you in the next one.